Good morning, my loves. Happy Tuesday. Lovely day here at the lake. Another day in the 90s. Nice day in Arizona. Interesting topic. Very controversial. So can't wait to hear your comments. How do you want to be perceived? Every day. When you get up, you get dressed. Don't care if you're going out or staying home. Whatever you put on, whatever you wear is a statement. Whether it's a statement to you yourself, or it's a statement to your family, or you're going to Walmart, Target, the grocery store to get the mail. It doesn't matter. It's a statement. What do you want that statement to be every day? Now for me, as many people know, I had cancer, it's in 2014, so it's 12 years ago, almost 12 years ago. And, you lose tons of hair. I lost all my hair, lost my eyelashes, my eyebrows, all that. And my eyelashes really didn't come back in, which is why I wear these every day. Even when I had COVID years ago, I put my eye makeup on every day because it makes me feel good about me. I do it for me. It's my statement to myself that I am worthy of looking nice for me. I'm worth that. And I do it every day. Weekends, doesn't matter, every day. Now, most days I work from home, like today. I'm wearing stretch pants and a decent top. I have a couple of business calls in a little while. It's okay, but I'm still dressed semi-professionally for me since I'm working at home and it's not video chats. But I like to be taken seriously. I am very educated. I am very qualified. I have multiple degrees. I want to be taken seriously. When I go into the office, I dress, in a suit or business casual. Again, I want to be taken seriously. When I go to the store, last weekend, I went to get the oil changed in my car. I still dress nice. I want to be taken seriously. When you go to the store, you go to Walmart, Target, whatever, you see people dressed all different ways. And it never ceases to amaze me. You will see people in house shoes, pajama pants, big old nasty t-shirts, stains all over, just dressed awful. And if you notice, almost every time they're going to run into somebody they know, somebody they wanted to date, somebody they work with, and they are humiliated. They are just, oh my God. You'll see some people just bend all the way over, which is attention-seeking behavior, by the way. But it's just calling more attention to themselves. But they're humiliated that they were caught like this. Well, honey, you knew when you left the house dressed like this, you were making a statement. You were telling the world, I don't care how I look. I don't care who sees me. Screw you. So when you run into these people and they see you for who you are, that you have this attitude of, I don't care what I look like. All I want to be is comfortable. Screw you. Is that the statement you want to make? I'm not saying don't be comfortable. Trust me, I'm dressed very comfortably today. But I still have that statement that I want to make. That I want to be treated with respect and dignity. All the time. All the time. When you go to work, watch how you dress. What do you want that to say? Because it's a statement. When your kids go to school, what they wear is a statement. I'm not saying to let them wear jeans and t-shirts and tennis shoes, of course. But for kids, preteens through high school, honey, watch what they're wearing because that says a lot. That's literally advertising. You have girls going out in super short dresses, skirts, really low-cut tops. What is that saying? Do they want to be taken seriously? No, they're calling attention to their body. Because that's where they see their self-worth. That there's nothing more to them than their body. And that, for me, that's really, really sad. That's just so sad. Because there's so much more to somebody than their body. And it really kind of pisses me off sometimes. Because I do the videos and I post them. And depending on the platform, I will get interesting comments. On LinkedIn, I would say 9 out of 10 comments are very professional and, they appreciate what I have to say, the message, and, they may have questions for me, and that's great. On Instagram, pretty much the same way. On Facebook, on my personal page, of course, it's people that I've known forever, and it's going to be, professional, not professional, but nice, courteous things that they say. But my professional page, it just irritates the hell out of me because the majority of the comments are from dirty old men. I don't appreciate that. And they don't care. They could care less. They're commenting on my breasts, on, different attributes, saying really some very nasty things that I don't appreciate. I don't find that a compliment at all. Not even close. Hitting on me, I don't think so. I don't use social media as a dating platform. The message I put out in my videos is for professional reasons. I am a therapist. That's why I do this, to get a message across to help people. So usually on Saturday or Sunday, depending on the week, I will go in and go through all of that and block and delete, the nasty people. Because it's just an insult. Because there's more to me than that. And if you watch the videos, you will realize I'm an educated, well-spoken person. I am a professional. I don't do this, just for giggles. I do this to help people. But the point of this video is there is more to you than your body. Pay attention to how you dress, the meta message that you are putting out there. What are you wanting the world to know about you? There's more to you than your body. There's more to young men than coming across as, I'm going to use the wrong words because I'm not hip and cool, I'm sorry, but having that gangster thug mentality. Guys, honey, I want you to listen to me, okay? And I'm saying this as a grandma, your grandma, okay? Baby, I don't want to see your underwear. I do not want to see your drawers. I don't. All that shit tells me is you have a scrawny ass and you can't keep your pants up. Buy a belt. Seriously. It's not cool. Women, girls do not find that attractive. Maybe other guys do. Maybe that's why you do it because, in your generation, in your culture, whatever, it's cool. Is it really? Do you really want people to see your underwear? No. And half the time you can tell it's not even clean. Just dress appropriately. And then I had a note, was it last week before? A young person went on a job interview. Now, it was just it was a box store, like a Walmart, Costco kind of thing. They really wanted this job for the summer. And they were turned down. I said, and they were really hurt. I mean, they had good grades. They were serious about this, and they were really, really hurt about it. I said, okay, now let's talk it through. What happened? They went in, they shook hands, they made eye contact. It was a good interview. I said, well, what were you wearing? Oh, hell. No. They had a shirt, female, a shirt, but it was buttoned down to here, and they wore a bright colored bra that showed, and they did it on purpose. Well, they thought it was attractive. Well, yeah, if you're trying to pick up somebody. Not for a job interview, honey. We don't do that. For a job interview, you dress professionally. I'm not saying go in a suit, but if you're applying for a job at a box store, you can wear jeans, I guess, but wear a nice top. Don't wear 6-inch, hooker heels. Dress appropriately. It's a job interview. You're not going out to a bar. You're not trying to get picked up. This isn't trying to find a date. It's a job interview. And you're telling them by the way you dress, that's your first impression. Make it or break it. That's telling them all about you. You don't care about the job. You're just in for attention-seeking behavior. You just want them to notice your looks, your body. They never thought about that. I said, okay, apply again. Dress appropriately. Let me know how it goes. I haven't heard back. They said they were going to do it. I think they will. But if it's a job interview, an interview for a college, whatever, dress appropriately. It's, you're advertising who you are. There's more to you than your body. Before, and I know I'm going to get flack on this. I don't care. I'm an old lady. I have old lady opinions. Before you get tattoos all over your face, keep in mind those tattoos are going to be there in all likelihood for the rest of your life. Is that the message that you want to send in 30 years? Is that the message you want to send to your daughter's wedding, your daughter's graduation, your son's graduation? Maybe they go to law school, they go to medical school, and you're going to show up like that? Is that really what you want? You're 20, you're 18, 20 years old right now, and it's cool. You don't care. Screw the world. Honey, in 30 years, you may have a little bit different ideology on life. And you're covered with this. Yeah. Years ago, and I mean years ago, I knew a girl that had a lot of tattoos. And she had them all over her legs, all over her arms. Ended up going to law school. Yeah. And it was when I lived in the Ozarks many years ago. And there was a certain judge. And in this court, women were expected to wear skirts and dresses, not slacks. Okay, it's the Ozarks, It is what it is. And she would wear a nice suit, but she had tattoos all over her legs, and the judge was not happy. He made her buy cover-up and cover all of those up, or he would not hear her cases. His courtroom, his house, his rules. But think about this. Think of the weight of what you're doing. And it's not just to look cool right now. It's in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Honey, you are going to go through so many changes in your life. Think about what you're doing. Years ago, there was somebody that it was a friend of a friend kind of thing, but they had a job interview that they really, 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 really wanted. And they went and they applied and they didn't even think about it, but they had multicolored hair. And I don't mean like an ombre kind of thing. I mean pink and purple and yellow and all of that. They didn't get the job. And when they asked, they called back and said, why? Well, this was many years ago, and HR told them why. No, we don't want this. This isn't appropriate. Think about what you're doing. Sorry, the glare is really bright this morning. Think about what you're doing before you do it. Think about how it can affect your future, your life. What message do you want to send? Think about it. And I know this is just old lady opinion that's going to piss a lot of people off. I don't care. I'm saying this as a grandma, okay? Think about what you're doing. Your words have consequences. The way you come across to people has consequences. The way you dress has consequences. How do you want to be perceived? Think about it.